Hello, I'm Andy, and here is a weekly horoscope from October the 16th to October the 22nd, and especially for you coming from Leo. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you would like to have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and especially reading your palms. Your palms are very special. Nobody in the world could ever have them. And so that's what I read for you. It's all managed by your soul. And if you like to play lotteries, I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll talk to you about this later. All the things that I can do for you in this 90-minute session. Now, Sunday, the 16th of October, you coming from Leo. This is a wonderful morning and afternoon for you. You will have the chance to be inspired. So, what you say and do is going to be received very well, and people will admire whatever you say and do. And so, also, I see planets of travel everywhere. You can plan travel, or you could be traveling already. And I see also the chances of making very close friendships. So, use the morning and afternoon to meet people for anything that you want because you'll be able to impress them a great deal. Evening and nightfall, planets are moving faster. When they go faster, they make you very restless and impatient, and that leads to carelessness, miscommunication, miscalculation. So be careful what you say, be careful what you do, because it's going to turn out to be somehow regretful. And don't get into arguments of any kind. Stay away from people who like to draw you into an argument. Move away from them. Driving, walking, talking, eating, whatever, go slow because these planets could bring a problem if you tend to do things in a hurry. I can see stress on you in the evening nightfall. So move away from a group of people you don't like and just go back home would be safer. Some of your morning planets will be visiting you in the evening as well, giving you that inspirational kind of a feeling, saying things very special. So why don't you choose your company carefully? Be with people evening, nightfall who can help you, job wise, money wise, business wise. Then you'll inspire them to back you. Monday. Monday, the 17th of October. This is a gloomy, frustrating morning and afternoon. And everything you do just slows down, plans get cancelled, postponed, and delays to anything good you expect. So, what can you do? Hour by hour, they move very slowly. So, frustration everywhere. Double check all your plans in advance. They may be cancelled, they may be postponed. Even if they carry on your plans, then you will see that disappointment awaits you. So, the bottom line is try to escape from anything that may bother you long term. Don't want get into a long term partnership or relationship of any kind because if you do, then you will regret it much later on. And also, the slow planets, they just creep along. And so, with you who wants to do things quickly, perhaps because you have deadlines to meet, you are going to have difficulties. So, focus is very important. Focus on what's important and do it, and that would be enough. People you know from your past may also contact you, which will not make you very happy. Evening and nightfall, you are basically not on the same wavelength with people. So, with this gloomy planets following you to the evening nightfall, and the evening nightfall planets not putting you on the same wavelength, why bother going out? It will only lead to arguments or differences of opinion. There's nothing much going to bind or and nothing much going to help you. So tell yourself, evening and nightfall, you might as well stay home. But if you have to be out, deal with people on the same wavelength as you. Don't get into anything agreeable with people who don't see eye to eye with you. It will only lead to regret later. Tuesday, the 18th of October. This is a good day, 24 hours of a good day. Morning and afternoon planets are determined to help you, and their determination is going to make sure that you say the right things and that you do the right things. A couple of these planets are very aggressive. So they aggressively want you to take charge and take the lead and get the news. Why don't you take the soft approach instead? And that will help you to get things in a much likable way. Because some of these planets determined to give you what you want. They don't care. They'll get it for you. And somebody may be hurt in the meantime. So avoid doing that. Take the soft approach, it'll be a better way. Whether at work, whether in business, you can take the lead and make your ventures very much successful in the morning and afternoon. The evening and nightfall, I see the planets of inspiration there. So you're going to be inspired, which means you're going to come up with exceptional ideas. And the way you will execute these ideas is going to be exceptional as well. So it's a very lucky evening nightfall. Be with people that you can have value from, material value, to help your job, your business, chase for that romance if you want. And travel plans are everywhere. So plan your travel, or you may already be traveling. So it's a wonderful evening nightfall to show off your talents. Wednesday, Wednesday, the 19th of October. This is a fabulous morning afternoon. The planets want to make you that center of attention, and you will look for that center of attention. But don't let it creep towards arrogance. Still try to be part of a team. No harm leading the team, but be acceptable that way. You don't want to force feed people to say that you want to be the champion and they got to look up to you. That would mean arrogance. So do it a reasonable way, and you will have some very good news coming to you in any area of your life, the job, the business, finances, and personal areas. By all means, chase the romance you want. You are very popular in this morning and afternoon of Wednesday, the 19th of October. Evening and nightfall, planets start to behave in a very slow fashioned way, making it very gloomy for you. Delays, cancellations, postponements of your plans. So double check all your plans for the evening nightfall. Disappointment waits for you. So if you don't need to go out, you'll be safer. If you have to meet people for any purpose, tell yourself don't be too expectant. They may not show up, or even if they do, they're going to be disappointing and not being able to furnish what you want. So, what can you do with such planets? Well, staying home would be the best option rather than getting disappointing news. Thursday, Thursday, the 20th of October. Many emotional planets are there. They tend to make you very imaginative, I agree. But they tend to make you dream like, wishing things to happen, wishing to meet the person you want to meet, wishing to get promotions. All these are dreams. So these planets are not negative, but in areas of job and business, they don't help you in the sense of getting practicality. They only make you wish for things. So by all means, use your imagination to get what you want in the morning, afternoon. But other than that, keep your feet on the ground and use logic. Logic is a very important word for this Thursday, 20th October morning and afternoon. With the logic, you'll be able to use materialism. And job and business is all about materialism. I don't regard passion as a very important aspect because it's logic that ultimately makes you money. Evening and nightfall also good. And so now you're going to be more practical. Now you find all the solutions you couldn't find in the morning, afternoon. Meet with people that you want to bond with. Bonding in a way of personal, or bonding in a way of job or business areas to gain support from people. You'll be able to do that. The only thing about the evening nightfall, there are some planets there that will forcibly want you to get what you want. So you will be taking risks or expose yourself to risk, or your behavior may be just too pushy. So why don't you take the soft approach in the evening nightfall? And that will be much more harmonious. Some of your morning planets of imagination will be there in the evening nightfall. So choose company where you can show your imagination, job wise or business wise or money wise. Friday, Friday the 21st of October. This is a very powerful 24 hours for you. Morning and afternoon, the planets of bigness, expansion, greatness. They want you to do all that, to grow big and to be expanding in your business or job and to take charge. But they can also be the planets of domination. So don't dominate or be stubborn. Other than that, try to get your way talking to your bosses if you work, or talking to business partners if you're in business. There's a chance to link with some people who can help you to grow and expand very fast. This evening nightfall planets will also be there, and they are the planets of your ego. It's a good ego, a good group of ego planets to help you show your skills. but try not to take the lead in the sense that you want to take charge of anything. So try to be flexible and negotiable in the morning and afternoon, and evening and nightfall. You're going to meet people who will think very highly of you, but try not to let that go to your head. Try to be practical. Your popularity can be used to help you in material ways is better. Chase for that romance if you want. Evening and nightfall, your popularity will get you what you want. Saturday. Saturday, the 22nd of October. This is a very rebellious morning and afternoon, and a very bad one, I might tell you. If ever things could go wrong in any way, they will go wrong on this morning and afternoon of Saturday, the 22nd of October. So, what can you do about this? Well, tell yourself to minimize anything of a risk, whether the company you keep, whether discussing business or job, whether chasing for the romance. There's just too much exposure to risk. What you get, you're going to regret later. So try not to get to the bottom of things by wanting it so much that you will expose yourself to risk. Your behavior will also be not good. You will do things and say things to attract attention, and that will be at the risk of people finding you quite abnormal in your behavior. And that's why teamwork is very, very necessary in this morning and afternoon. On your own, you will find that you gain nothing in the end. Evening and nightfall, many emotional planets are there, and they are pretty good planets. And so you can gain the upper hand in emotionals, whether with your family members, whether chasing for the romance, or if you already have one, you're going to make it very happy in the evening nightfall. The trouble is that some of these rebellious planets of the morning, afternoon, they'll come to visit you in the evening as well, creating problems, making you have no traditional values, making you behave in a way that you only care for yourself very selfishly. So stop that from happening. You also may not be on the same wavelength as people in the evening nightfall. So you don't want to convince people to the level of being unnecessarily very pushy. Leave things in the evening nightfall to gel for themselves. So it's going to be a nasty morning and afternoon, and sometimes problems in the evening nightfall as well. On Saturday, the 22nd of October. This 90-minute session that I talked to you about is to help you firstly know your next 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. Secondly, during this 90-minute session, I will show you all the different energies, the lucky colors, the lucky gemstones, the lucky days, the lucky directions, so many types of energies to make you have that powerful backing from the planets. And then I will show you how you can get to the level of being somebody very special. How do you do that? You have to link to the soul and to the third eye and to the aura. It's already there in you. We couldn't be alive if we didn't have a soul. So you have one. But how do you link and activate is the way to do things. It's a rule that we only get this activity in our 50s, 60s, and 70s. It's always too late. And so what do? Well, we have to learn the formula how to get this activated. And once your soul is activated, your third eye aura will be activated. That's when you become very, very special. When you see me, at whatever age you are, even a teenager, I will show you how to get the energies going. And that's when you become very, very special. And if you like to play lotteries, there's a system how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. I will teach you that once and for all, and then you will develop it with your own senses. And that's the way how you conquer lotteries. It's a very difficult way. You need the help of the soul, you need the help of the third eye. And if you don't have that help, you will not be able to break through any lotteries. So we try to do it with the help of the soul to get things like financial speculation of any kind, even going to casinos. You need a lot of help. So there's a lot to teach you. So here's my email. And the cost of all this is USD $50. That's all. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.